Good morning, everyone. My name is Austin Perea, and I'm an economics and political science major here at UNH. And I just want to talk a little bit about student involvement and the importance of student involvement in promoting the idea of social business, what Professor Yunus talked about. But first, I'd like to open with a few thoughts. Muhammad Yunus conceives of a future without poverty, when the condition of utter destitution that plagues much of our world is but an artifact lost to the annals of history. This is an ambitious goal. Yet, as Professor Yunus spoke about today, one that is not wholly unattainable. But poverty is only one of many ailments that afflicts Bangladesh, a country that is quite representative of the condition that much of the developing world finds himself in. As a low-lying nation, Bangladesh's welfare is also linked to the state of the natural environment. Rising sea levels brought on by climate change put the impoverished population at peril as instances of flooding and cyclones increase. But relegating the deterioration of our natural environment to a simply third world issue would be a mistake. As you know, many scientists attribute the sheer magnitude of Hurricane Sandy, which rocked our East Coast and put parts of New York City underwater, to be a residual effect of rising global temperatures. Even something as simple as clean water, the key ingredient to life as we know it, is for the first time in mankind's history at risk of running out as global population soars, an issue that is very much ours. In the words of Thomas Friedman, the world is indeed becoming hot, flat, and crowded. The problems the world is facing today are numerous, deep, and structural in nature. But if you take anything from today's event and from the words of Professor Yunus, it is that solving these problems is going to require new ways of thinking about the world we inhabit. As a political science student sitting in a microfinance class during my sophomore year, I was inspired when I learned that Dr. Yunus approached poverty alleviation through such innovative means, yet slightly taken aback that it could be done through a business model. As a student growing up in the wake of the financial crisis, I don't believe I'm alone in thinking that our generation's conception of business was shaped by these events, and perhaps by the notion that business was greedy or that our models were somehow flawed. Thus, coming from a liberal arts background, the effectiveness of using business to alleviate poverty really appealed to my so-called save the earth sensibilities. And my worldview shifted dramatically as I began thinking of business's potential not to be in its maximization of profits, but in its potential to drive social and environmental change. From that point on, I was hooked on the idea of social business, the idea which Professor Yunus just spoke about, of approaching global issues from a market-based perspective. Through the New Hampshire Social Business Innovation Challenge, students and community members from all over New Hampshire have shown that business is entirely capable of solving the world's most endemic issues if we reconfigure our current understanding of how business should coexist with the world it lives in. As a student at UNH, I've been able to do just that as a Carsey Social Innovation intern. And as a former intern for a social business, I'm here to tell you that your desire to do good should not end at the conclusion of today's events. That driving positive change in the world shouldn't be just a hobby or an ancillary concern. Indeed, it could be your career. As is demonstrated by our hosting of the Social Business Innovation Challenge, I'm proud to say that UNH is quickly becoming a leader in sustainable business and is thus well equipped to prepare its students for careers with a positive impact. For UNH, there are many opportunities to get involved. For instance, Net Impact UNH is one of over 300 student and professional chapters worldwide focused on using our careers to drive transformational change in the workplace and in the world. Our members come from Paul College and a wide range of other majors and interests. We think this diverse membership is key to approaching social and environmental challenges with business approaches to solve them. Net Impact played a big role in student outreach for today's event and also has ongoing strategic projects in sustainable investment, microfinance, economic security for Manchester's refugee and immigrant women population, in addition to organizing the second annual Careers with Impact Job and Internship Fair with Paul College and New Hampshire Business for Social Responsibility. We're open to all new ideas on how to drive social environmental change and are always open to new members. You could also apply for the Carsey Social Innovation Internship, a paid summer internship at some of New Hampshire's leading social businesses. I had the opportunity to work in Portsmouth at Pax World Investments, which is a sustainable investment management company that looks beyond investing beyond a single bottom line. A transformational experience indeed, it gave interns the development and tools necessary to effect positive institutional change on campus and get their hands dirty with an experience in social business. One could also enter the social venture track of Paul College's Holloway competition, now entering its 26th year, designed to stimulate student entrepreneurship through New Hampshire's university system. Beyond these opportunities, you could also join a student org like Oxfam or Engineers Without Borders that have chapters all over the world, or get involved with Sustainability Institute's wide range of campus activities. Across the state, there are other ways to get involved. Antioch University and Dartmouth both have chapters of Net Impact. UNH Manchester's Enactus program mobilizes students to make a difference in their communities while developing the skills to become socially responsible business leaders. Indeed, there are plentiful opportunities to make a change and a difference in our Granite State. In closing, I would like to thank Professor Yunus once again for his inspirational words today. You are truly a role model for our generation, a generation that is not content with the prospect of leaving our passion and idealism behind when we graduate. Much in part to your work in innovating the idea of social business, this does not have to be the case for many of us. I would also like to thank the people involved in the Social Business Innovation Challenge, the students who want to make a difference, and our passionate community members that are already doing so. If today's challenge entries are indicative of New Hampshire's potential to change the world for good, I'm excited to see where a surely bright future will lead us. Thank you so much.